السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا بكم في برنامج نيوكاسل مع وليد. معنا اليوم بيرسون من أشهر مشجعي مدينة نيوكاسل. طبعا we would like to welcome Pearson for first time in our show. Welcome, Adam.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me on.
Adam, I should tell you that you have a fan base here in Saudi Arabia following your YouTube channel. And I want to translate some of the stuff you will share with us. What you would like to share and tell Saudi fans about yourself.
Well, first off, I appreciate the support over in Saudi Arabia. Whenever Newcastle are back there on a tour, I'll make sure I get a flight along and I'll see Saudi Arabia for myself. But yeah, I appreciate it for the fans over there. Thank you for supporting this football club. You picked the best club to support. I know in a few years' time it will, you will be rewarded for it, shall we say.
طبعا سألت آدم إيش وده يعني يرسل لجماهير السعودية والمتابعين لآدم، لأنه آدم لديه متابعين كثير من السعودية. طبعا يشكر الجماهير على يعني اهتمامهم واشتراكهم في القناة، وأيضا لاهتمامهم في نادي نيوكاسل تحديدا. Would you like to share about yourself also to the fans, Adam? About your career, how you start your channel, and it's important channel in Newcastle.
Yes, so about 7 years ago, I started making just Newcastle native videos on my channel for a hobby. About 6 months ago, I actually do it as like a job now, so this is like the only thing I do for money-wise. So, this is like my actual job, and it's just supporting Newcastle native. Really, I'm always getting information. I'm always just on the daily grind, shall we say. I'm always trying to get the videos put out, just videos that people want to enjoy. And obviously, I'm always going to every single Newcastle game, no matter what.
We had a lot of been linked me and you together and some stuff in Twitter. Why do you think that happening?
Oh, it's just social media, really. Obviously, people like joke around. Obviously, I've seen what antics you've been getting up to in Saudi Arabia when the team came over. I thought it was quite funny. So, yeah, I guess some people just compare with from how dedicated we are, I suppose, towards the club. But yeah, it is quite funny to be fair. I've seen quite a few of those on Twitter.
Have you any funny stories regarding your? Because I know sometimes we are polite people and we try to follow the rules. But did you see that there is too much rules not to break? When you'd like to meet your players and or if you want to do something regarding your videos. I understand what's mean if you have YouTube channel and you want exclusive and you want some stuff, but there is always obstacles. And sometimes you do the judgment. Should I break this rule? Not, but there is too much rule. What you do with all this stuff?
Well, it's a learning curve, really. I don't know all the rules. I don't know all the information. It's just stuff that I kind of figure out as I go along. And obviously, I make amends with it whenever obviously it comes to my attention that I'm doing something wrong. So, yeah, it's obviously a lot of trial and error. I don't intentionally do anything wrong. It's just sometimes that stuff I do might obviously be incorrect. So yeah, well, we'll try and work as best I can, but it's just more of a learning curve, really. As things happen, is how I kind of learn how to understand certain aspects of what not to do.
Well, what make you happy with your covering to your team?
Well, obviously the takeaway made me quite happy. Obviously, it's been going on for about a year now during COVID-19. Didn't know what was going to happen. Then it stopped. Then it came out of nowhere again. The happiest part for me is just knowing that we got good owners now, and knowing it's a football team that's ambitious and wants to win silverware. So, yes, we're not going to win every single week. Of course, we're not going to have those bad days. But the point is now we have more good days and bad days, and we have a team that wants to win. So, going forward now, that's what makes me happy. Just knowing that this summer transfer window, we've got a lot of things to be excited about, and that would be something that just happen gradually in the next few years, and I'd be really intrigued to see how it goes.
Brilliant. Any funny story happens with you lately with your broadcasting, your videos?
Well, lately, obviously, it's coming towards the end of the season now. It's not been up to too much. Of course, we played Norwich. That was my last game. Was that? Well, if you haven't already watched my video, I actually got Sir Maximin's top from the game. So like Sir Maximin took his top off and gave it to me in the crowd. So Yeah, I mean, it's not really a funny story, but there's a story there, I guess. Yeah, it's just stuff like that every single week, really. I think away matches in general, like just all our fans are just drunk, crazy. They love doing that, whatever they want, really. So yeah, it's always good being in the matches. I think in general, whenever you get a chance to come to Newcastle, I know you came up at some point last year. You know, it's an amazing experience up here, and it's definitely something you want to visit at least once in your lifetime.
I saw the video with you with the flag, and it was really it was really hit on Twitter.
Yeah, well, in that case, I'm obviously taking the mick there. I know some people are obviously going to get angry from that. I'm doing it intentionally. I'm obviously just taking the mick. That's the flag that Murdoch himself waves at the game, so I thought I might as well wave it for myself in the video. So, yeah, that was the logic behind that one. It was just a joke, really, nothing more.
So we would like to wish you great luck with your channel. And last question regarding things you're doing. What you will do is anything? I know you will do stuff or more stuff in the future for your channel, as me himself as well. But anything you would thinking to do something new maybe in your future, or idea or something you would like to share?
Well, videos wise, I'll be doing quite a few in the future. Well, as I said before, it just depends on what Newcastle do. For example, for going abroad. As far as I'm aware, the pre-season is going to be somewhere in America this summer because of Saudi Arabia. It's just too hot for the players at this time of the year. So we'll see what happens first for pre-season. But just in general, it's just obviously vlog all the matches, all the fans on, as well as just our videos around Newcastle. Once the transfer window opens, there's going to be plenty of content in the channel because it's going to be just rumours coming out every hour or so. So obviously, I like to get quite a few people on the channel as well. Maybe you, for example, at some point. I haven't probably planned stuff out, but I do plan on doing some things over the summer.
Keep up the good work. Any maybe future visit to Saudi Arabia for you, Adam?
What you say, sorry?
Are you visiting Saudi Arabia maybe soon in near future?
Well, as I said before, if Newcastle ever go there, then I definitely go there. But it's not cheap. I've got to keep my money for when Newcastle plays, so it's not so I can just kind of splash around. But yeah, obviously I plan my trips accordingly, and if Newcastle do go back to Saudi Arabia, which I'm sure they will, for obviously business deals, stuff like that, and I'll make sure I come along.
Hopefully, and you are welcome to come and meet you in person with the Saudi fans. Let's talk about Newcastle this season, Adam. Now it's more than about 6 months since the takeover. Are you happy with the team?
Yes, I think results-wise, we've got the second best form in the league, other than Liverpool. The signs were made. I think all the signs have been good. Yes, Chris Wood has only scored 2 goals, but I still think he adds something to the team when he plays. The team as a whole, though, is just so much better. The players we have actually improve on Eddie Howe. The likes of Shelby, Joe Linton are just different players than what they were earlier in the season. So it's all testament to the manager. He knows his best players. He knows how to get the best out of those players as well. So yeah, I'm really happy how the team is going. We've got some very hard fixtures to come up, but I still think Newcastle will finish 10th, 11th, which, I mean, you would say yes in a million years at the start of the season. So I'm very happy how things are going. For me now, it's just focusing on the summer. We're staying in the Premier League. That's the most important part.
So what about the coming game tomorrow with Liverpool? What do you expect to see?
Now, I know Liverpool's a good team. Obviously, they're a world-class team going for a quadruple this season. They've got some of the best form in their history, but I generally think Newcastle will give it a good go. I really feel like at St James's Park we should give them a good game. I'm not saying we should draw or win the match, but I think we should definitely compete with them. I think Liverpool, the fact they played a couple of days ago, I think with our home form, won the last 6 games in a row, won 10 of the last 14. We really should be giving them a game tomorrow. And yes, admittedly, we might lose the match, but as long as Newcastle give 100% and play well, that's all I care about. But it's also about the way we lose games as well. For example, we lost 4-0 to Manchester City back in December. Now, I think everyone knew we were going to lose that game, but still, I don't think conceding 4 at home is acceptable. And obviously, take that into consideration tomorrow. But I do expect us to give Liverpool a good game, but I can't say us getting a result. To be honest, I think Liverpool's just too good. But I'll be optimistic and go for a draw.
If we have a great game tomorrow, hopefully, finger crossed. What expect the celebration? How you imagine would be the celebration in St James Park, and also your comment on the owners when they are getting in the field and play football with the last win.
Well, first off about the game tomorrow, if Newcastle draw or win, the fans will go mental because that could potentially kill Liverpool's title run, which back in 1996, actually, it was your way around when Liverpool beat Newcastle. So I think that would be a bit of revenge after all these years, and I really feel like Newcastle fans would stick it to Liverpool. For the owners kicking the football on the pitch, it was very amusing when I saw it. I did find it quite funny. That's what you want to see, really. These people, yes, they bought a football club, they need to be professional, but you can also have a good time when at moments. And I feel like the owners doing that is just it's just a heartwarming moment because you know that these owners are just enjoying themselves. You know that he had to run a football club and not just take the mick, really. So yeah, I liked it quite a bit. I think for the fans and obviously all the journalists there, I'm sure they enjoyed it as well. But yeah, I want to see more from that. I want to see more character from these owners. I like it. I want to see more.
Yeah, I remember regarding the revenge. I hope we give the title for Manchester City this time. So, Adam, regarding who you think will have the title this year?
I do think it's Manchester City. I think they got the easier fixtures. It requires Manchester City dropping points for Liverpool to win it, and they have to win all the games, Liverpool. So I think City have got the advantage at the minute, but it is at a knife's edge. Like anything can happen. But personally, I do feel like Manchester City win the Premier League. I think Liverpool have a good chance in the Champions League, though, so they might win that. But in terms of the Premier League, I think Manchester City will win this one.
Eddie Howe, are you happy with Eddie Howe, and do you expect much from him in this season and coming season?
Well, when I first heard about Eddie Howe in Newcastle, I actually didn't want him. I first heard about him, was like, oh, is that it, Eddie Howe? Like, I actually disrespected that man. I feel bad now. He's done an exceptional job. You could argue that he is manager of the season. The way he came and just transformed the team. People want to keep going on about it's about the money. Well, not really, though, because he's completely transformed the full club around. And it's obviously very impressive for someone of Eddie Howe. Someone that still had quite a bit of doubt, you could argue, from his previous job at Bournemouth. But no, he's came on there. He's been spot on. In future seasons, I know in press conferences he says he wants to take it one step at a time, but I think with Newcastle next season, the owners would generally want us to try and challenge for top 8, and that's kind of up to Eddie Howe to try and make that happen. But yeah, potentially 10th or 11th for this season from the squad we've got is just exceptional. It really is. It's good as you can get at the minute under Eddie Howe, so you got to give full credit to the manager.
Great stuff. Adam, Hitmarker ask you, who's the player you expect Adam to come from for Newcastle in the summer? And you have some specific expectations?
Well, Botman and Lingard are two big ones because both of them wanted to join us in the January transfer window. So if we can get the deals going again, those are two football players that we already know want to join the club. So I would take both of them. I think both of them would definitely improve the squad. But I don't know. Maybe in the summer we may go for different players now. I'm not too sure. I think Lucas Paqueta is a big one. Bruno's mate. I think a lot of people talk about him quite a bit. He's definitely a player you want to keep an eye on in the summer. As well as that, like Diego Carlos, those sort of players. Just ones to be linked with already. Eddie Ketty, the League On striker. There's all sorts of players that we were linked with in January that's starting to come back out again. So keep an eye on those ones, but it could be anyone, to be honest. Honestly, we've got so many different options in the summer. It's quite early to tell at the minute, but I do think there will be stuff going on behind the scenes.
Regarding behind the scenes, speaking of behind the scenes, any player you hear he's close to come to join Newcastle in the summer, since you are in the heart of the city or near the club? Yeah, I mean, you are in the Newcastle, so what's the word, or what's the being told, or rumors, or close rumors that someone close to join Newcastle from
it's just the old ones. A rumor came out today that we accepted a bid for Diego Carlos, but I don't know if I believe that one, to be honest. At the minute, it's still just it's just little rumors here and there, but it's nothing concrete. Like, I don't want to go out and say this is going to happen or this is going to happen, because at the minute it's still quite quiet. I think once the season ends, though, things will start to flow out quite quickly, and that's when we can actually start finding out the official information.
What make me feel like you regarding Diego Carlos, because mention 60 million, this is not the way to mention exact number or how much is going to be. And do you notice that every day is different player? Every day, yeah. It's like competition between the journalists every day.
Yeah, that's what happens. Unfortunately, obviously, all the journalists they're going to be out to make money, and obviously, when you all journalists going to try and get an exclusive out, so that's when it starts to get a bit messy. So yeah, that's what I kind of do on my channel. Really, I put news videos out and I try and tell you, like, don't believe this one might be true. Like, I'm trying to not tell people what to do, but I'm trying to give my personal opinion on it. And
exactly.
yeah, and the thing with obviously the Diego Carlos news is that it's a £60 million bid for a player. For example, Botman, I think his bid was about 40 million. So I mean, if you could get a player, we'd get Botman instead of Carlos. I don't understand that one. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on this sort of stuff. But as it obviously at the minute, it's still a season going on, so I don't expect many deals to be sort of confirmed around about this time.
طبعا هيت ماركر جواب لسؤالك. ادم يقول انه يعني يشوف انه اقرب اثنين حاليا لينجر وبوتمان، لكن باقي اللاعبين يعني ما زال هي اشاعات فقط. وايضا هو في قناته في اليوتيوب يحاول يسوي تحليلات وتقييمات وتوقعات حسب خبرته، حسب اللي يسمعه في نيوكاسل. Okay, do you think next season will be where we're going to be next season? Standing table, what expectation?
I would say top 8. So I think that's what we will be trying to get as a football club. I'm not saying we're going to get top 8, but I think Jonas will be looking forward to the European spot. I think the fact we're in the top 10 now and we've had, I mean, one win in the first 14, I really feel like the owners we want to try and get up there as quickly as possible. Obviously, still a lot of work to be done. We have to play well consistently throughout the season, but with the second half of the season, anyhow, we can do that next season. And yeah, there's no question we can definitely get top 8. So yeah, I don't want to get excited too much. You've got to still be realistic. We haven't won a trophy in about 50 years. We haven't played European football since 2013. So you have to be realistic. But yeah, I'm expecting next season a definite top 10 push going forward to the European spot.
طبعا جواب لسؤالك يقول لك انه يتوقع نكون في 8 وبننافس كثير لاحد البطولات الاوروبيه. Charlie Bennett, all right, lads, question for both of you. Do you think Newcastle can win the Premier League before Man United caused quite a stir when I proposed that on Twitter this morning?
Yeah, I honestly think so. I can't see Manchester United winning the Premier League title for, I mean, another decade, to be honest. They spend so much money in the summer transfer window, and they're still not going anywhere. The team isn't working as a team. The managers aren't the correct choices. It's just a mess, really. I just can't see Manchester United winning the Premier League anytime soon, especially Manchester City and Liverpool in this league. It's just going to be impossible for them. So for me, no. And I'll probably agree with Troy, to be honest. I think Newcastle have probably got a better chance than Manchester United. It's just as crazy as it sounds, but I think Manchester United just on the down. I can't see where they're going to start coming up at. It's always been crap for them since Alex Ferguson's left.
Yes, exactly. And my voice with you, same thing, Charlie. But we need to make the Premier League. We need names, trusted names of players who really win something or win leagues, have experience in winning stuff and trophies. This will help regarding confidence, because it's very hard to win the title with not that experienced player who can really deal with the pressure. Adam, who's the player or the players you want to see in Newcastle?
Well, I want to see, as I said before, Lucas Paqueta, I obviously love to see him and Bruno together at Newcastle. That would just be a dream. For our players, we need a striker. I'm not too sure which one, but we need someone that can just come in and score goals, because Chris Wood, I do like him, but he's not scoring the goals required for a striker. And Callum Wilson, we know, is going to get injured at some point again. So we need a striker in there that can just play 2/3 of the season, if not the full season. We kind of haven't got that at the club. I think Joe Linton can play well in any position, but I prefer him in the midfield role. He was on the wing against Norwich. He was exceptional there, but I wouldn't play him as a striker personally. I think we do need an actual striker. I'm not too sure which one. There's still, like I said, a lot of choices out there, but yeah, I think a striker we definitely need to go for. Like I said before, I think a centre half as well. Hopefully Botman, but if not, someone else. Just a centre half in there, because the likes of Dan Burn or Shaw gets injured, and I think I'd have a problem there. So for now, it's just about tweaking areas in the squad. It's not about signing loads of world-class players. It's just about improving areas of the squad and adding the squad depth and making sure that we've got the capability to actually push on further in the league.
Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Burnley, 4 games, 12 points. How many points we'll get from them?
That's tough. That I'll not be surprised if we don't win another game this season, because I actually think Burnley last game of the season, if Everton have a chance to go down, I genuinely think we'll lose to Burnley to relegate Everton. because they'll spend more money on Burnley and they're more likely to cause Newcastle a threat in the future. So I think everyone wants to see everything get relegated anyway. So, I just let Burnley have the win. As for the all three matches, all three of them are good teams. I think City away is going to be an extremely hard game. Liverpool and Arsenal at home, I expect them to give them good games, but again, those two are really good teams. So I don't know, to be honest. I'm going to say 4, but I really feel like we might not win in our game this season. I think all 4 of those matches will actually be quite hard.
This is very, okay, Makhul says, any players that you didn't want to see in the club that we have now? You don't have to answer if you don't like.
It's all right, I'll answer it. Newcastle got to sell a lot of players before we buy because we've got too many players at the club. We have players not in the 25-man squad or players out on loan. I think Jeff Hendrick's still out on loan. He's just a player that's not going to play again for this club. I think the likes of Kieran Clark they're not going to last anymore. Instead, we really try to punch him on it. It's going to get. So, you obviously at the game, yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't his fault, trust me, because that player is a troublemaker, the other Moroccan one.
All right, fair enough. But I still feel like this season, though, when Clark does play, the Norwich game he got sent off, that was a bad red card. He shouldn't have got sent off there. And as for our players, like I said before, a lot of these players played with us in the Championship season, and there's kind of a reason why, because a lot of these are Championship players, you'd argue. I think a lot of them are good, but I think some of them do need to go. And as I said before, we got to sell before we buy, so it doesn't matter who I like and who I dislike. Players have got to be sold, and some of those faces will be out the door in the summer.
That was very lovely, Adam. Thank you for this interview. Last thing, we just want to hear your message to Saudi Newcastle fans.
Well, thank you for your support. Obviously, thank you for supporting this football club, and hopefully I'll meet you all one day. And listen, plenty more time over the summer, over the next couple of seasons. Hopefully we see Newcastle start to go further and further up the table. But appreciate it, and enjoy supporting this football club.
Thank you, آدم. كان معنا آدم بيرسون من أشهر مشجعي نادي نيوكاسل يونايتد. شكرا لكم للمتابعة وتصبحون على خير.